Welcome back to the series of exploring G1 Dinobots through KOs. This week we have Dinobot Jungle Warrior Sludge. He has very nice packaging like the rest, and great artwork on the back. Same typo on the proof of purchase as before. The artwork is very nice. The black does seem to have a bit of a green hue to it, but apart from that, this looks really good. Opening the box, we have Sludge in his little plastic and cardboard tray. Now he does come with a rifle, a sprue with some spare missiles on, the missile launcher, which does fire quite well, and his own sword. And of course the instructions, just quickly show you. Does have the text-back decoder, the Autobot rub sign, heat activated, and the factory applied stickers, including the optional ones. A little bit more, a few more steps than the others, it seems. All very nice. Now, the first impressions I had on Sludge were not as positive as the other three Dinobots that I've done. He feels a little bit cheap in places. This section here is very harsh, jagged plastic. A few sprue marks, and the thing that soiled it a bit for me is that you can see this gap here. Now this comes completely flush in package. However, this tab for the tail is very, very snug. So this chromed tab here is too thick for the little port for it, and I had to put a thin steel ruler in between this and pry it open, trying my best not to destroy the tail in the process. And the same goes for this tab here that holds this back section into place. This is very, very stiff and feels like you're going to buckle the hinges down here. So one of those buyer beware things. It is a knockoff. The tolerances are not as good as an original product. It's a good representation of the figure, but it's not perfect. So, you know, one of those things that you should know before you buy. But I will try to transform it on camera. The actual transformation joints are nice and stiff. This has got the same trick as Snarl for the legs. They actually have a partition to go into and set in place, which is quite nice. Just move the tail out of the way slightly. So that sits in there, so that's quite nice. Tail goes to the side. His hips come out like this and then fold down at this extra hinge here. So hip comes out and then that stays in place and the leg comes back down, giving him an actual robot stance. Turn this around so he does actually have waist articulation. I'm going to try and do this on camera. I'm going to put the dinosaur head down for the time being. Try and open this without damaging it, hopefully. Maybe it's one of those things that with more use it will become easier with a bit of wearing out of the tabs, but that was a lot better than it was before, believe it or not. Get these wing sections out of the way, and then if you can see his arms are tucked underneath the Dinobot mode. Swing them round, and then his hands are folded away in his forearms. And then you can tidy him up a little bit. And there you go. He does have the Diaclone driver bay in there, so that's all intact. The red is the die-cast metal that's been painted, and it's quite a lot less than the other two that I've done up to now, so he doesn't weigh quite as much as the others. But his accessories do fit nicely in his hands, which is a bonus. So on the chrome, putting that metal ruler in between the tail sections to separate it, looks like it has worn away the internal chrome here on these edges of the tail. But that's how much, that just shows how tight this part is. So yeah, one thing to consider. And now we'll see what he looks like with the labels applied. Alright, so there we have all of the labels applied. The last one was from Toy Hacks, previously known as Repro Labels, mainly because, as before, the Autobot symbols don't look quite right. I left a few labels off. This is supposed to go on his like pelvis here and here, but they are really badly cut out, so I didn't do that. And on here for the sides of his hips, that was not cut down the middle, so I made my own little cut to get them out. But apart from that, all the others have been applied, including the factory applied ones. And yeah, same story as before. The labels are very clean and look pretty good. So this will look nicely on display. The edges all around this figure feel a little bit harsh on the fingers. They're a bit sharp. So that does be a bit, add to like a bit of a negative point, especially this section here on the back of the legs. You can feel that it is a knockoff compared to the others. But apart from that, I'm very pleased with this figure overall. Like I said, it's going to be on display, so it's not going to be played with that much. Yeah, hope you enjoyed checking out G1 Dinobots through KOs. Until next time, thanks for watching.